Hello, my name is Jessica Jansen and I'm the Executive Director of Oregon Agriculture in the Classroom Foundation. In this video, you're going to learn everything that you need to know for a successful volunteer experience for our 2016 Spring Agricultural Literacy Project. This year's featured book is Before We Eat, From Farm to Table. The first step in the project is getting set up with a classroom. There are several ways that you can do this. You can visit a classroom that you've already visited in years past, or you can approach a new one in your community, perhaps one that you already volunteer with. Before you approach a new school, it is a good idea to check with us first, just to make sure that another volunteer isn't already working with a classroom at that school. You can also visit one of the dozens of classrooms that have requested a volunteer. On our website, you will find an up-to-date list of these schools that have requested a volunteer in their classroom. If one of these schools is in your community, give us a call or send us an email and let us know that you're interested in participating in that school. Once you have identified a classroom, set up a time that works for both you and the teachers. If you're visiting more than one classroom, we recommend allowing at least 15 minutes of transition time between classes. Before you visit the classroom, make sure that you go over the lesson plan and read the book to make sure that you're comfortable with the presentation and that you're polished and prepared. You might also want to check with the teacher to see if there are any special accommodations that you need to be aware of. You also should check to see what resources are available to you, such as a chalkboard, whiteboard, or smartboard, if you choose to use these in your presentation. When you arrive in the classroom, the teacher will likely have an area that he or she will want you to be. Many times this is a carpet area where the students are accustomed to being read to. Some teachers might prefer that the students remain in their desks. Work with what works best with the teacher because this is what the students are going to be used to. After this preparation, you are ready to begin. Start by introducing yourself and your connection to agriculture. You can bring in photos, props, examples of crops, anything to tell your story. Remember that even if you're not engaged in production agriculture, we are all related to agriculture in some way. Telling your story will help establish credibility, and it is also interesting to the students. The next step is defining agriculture. In the directions, you'll see the 6 F's of agriculture listed out. This will help students fully grasp that agriculture is all around us. Use the bags provided in your kit and prop them up as you explain the different words. After this introduction, you are ready to begin reading the book. Make sure that you take it very slow as this is a fast read. The illustrations are unique and the students will want to see the pictures as you go. Feel free to make comments, pointing out different agricultural activities that are present in the book. After you're done reading the book, lead the students in a few follow-up questions. Some questions to consider include, who should we thank, or what are some of the different workers that the book mentioned? For younger grades, consider opening the last page of the book to help the students remember the different characters that were explained. After a few minutes of discussion, explain to the students that there are a lot of important people in many different jobs who bring food and resources to our schools and homes. In this activity, we are going to explore some of the different careers or jobs in agriculture. Start by explaining to the students how the lesson will work. You will distribute a career card to each student and they will work to find which category of agriculture that career best fits. Start by providing an example. Take out one of the cards in the deck and read it out loud. Have the students help you figure out which category it should go in. What clues helped you figure that out? Once you have finished the example, ask the students if there are any more questions. If there are none, start by passing out one career card per student. Have the students move around the classroom, finding the best category for their career, and placing the cards in their respective bags. Briefly answer any questions as they come up during this time. And for younger students, you might need to help them read their cards. After all of the cards have been sorted and the students have returned to their seats, begin with one category, working through the cards and discussing briefly the different jobs in that field. Highlight how they are related. Don't spend too much time talking about individual careers as students will lose interest. Make the job sound exciting and include skills that you might need, such as math or writing. After the cards have been sorted, collect the cards and after shuffling them, distribute them to the students again. This time, tell the students that they need to find one other classmate that they would likely do business with. For older grades, have them find 3 classmates and get into a small group. For example, a vegetable farmer is going to need a seed salesman to get his seeds each year. And a dairy farmer is going to need a milk truck driver to get his product to the processing plant. Give students a few minutes to find someone that they might work with. When complete, have the students be seated where they are and briefly ask each group to explain how they work together. This activity emphasizes that there are many jobs that can't be done without another job. It takes everyone working together to bring food to our tables. If students are having a difficult time doing this task, or if you feel that the students don't have this level of understanding, simply redo the original activity of sorting careers into the 6 F's of agriculture, this time giving students a different card to sort. When the activity is complete, gather the cards and ask the students to return to their seats or to the carpet and talk about the activity and what they learned. Here are some questions to lead the discussion. What did you learn from the activity? There are a lot of different jobs that were on the cards. Were any of these jobs something that you've never heard of? What job do you want when you finish school? When the discussion draws to a close or when time runs out, it is time to distribute the bookmarks to students. Tell the students that this bookmark will help them to remember to be thankful for all of the important people that help bring our food. Review the 6 F's of agriculture if you have time. End by thanking the students and the teachers for their time and allowing you to share with them a little bit about agriculture. Leave the book and the contents of the teacher packet with the classroom. The book will be added to the classroom library and the packet contains information for the teacher. Once you've completed, gather up all of the other supplies for you to reuse in another classroom presentation. If you're done with all of your presentations, you can return the cards to Ag in the Classroom and we will reuse them with other volunteers. Don't forget to complete the participation form either online or in the form provided in your presentation kit. This will help us to know how many students were impacted by this project. Thank you so much for your interest and participation in this year's project. With your help, we are helping students become more aware of the many opportunities that exist in agriculture and all of the people that make it possible for our food to get from the farm to the table. To stay up to date with Oregon agriculture in the classroom, join our free email newsletter by visiting our website, OregonAITC.org, or connect with us on Facebook or Twitter.